How's it going, everyone? We're live again. Again. I got we were supposed to be live last Friday, and then Nightwing like kicked in the door and was like, "All you're doing is Nightwing, bish." And I was like, "All right, I guess we're doing this." So we got kind of wrapped up in Nightwing. Hey, comics and stuff. What's up? Uh so yeah, we got wrapped up in Nightwing, and then it was the first time that I've worked a weekend in a long time, and I basically just like, yeah, I used to do this all the time in my 20s, and I just can't anymore. I just can't. Like, by the end of it, I just crashed. Thank you for the host, Kate, and welcome to the stream. So yeah, I just ended up like tanking right at the end of the deadline, and I also wanted to stream. I had like a little bit of time, but I kept being in this instance where like you're at a con, so your connection may fizzle. Have a good stream. Thank you very much. So yeah, I was like trying to. I wanted to stream, and I had a little bit of time, but I kept. Thank you for the host, Panda. Uh, it kept turning into like, well, I'm waiting on corrections for something that is a little bit hot. It's a little bit, you know, it needed to get out the door. So I kept being like, well, I have time. I'm waiting on corrections. But the second I get those corrections in, I have to like sit down and do the corrections. Comics and stuff now hosting. There's a wave of hosting that's happening right now. Everybody just found that host button. I appreciate it. I see you. I recognize game. Um, so yeah, it just turned into like me kind of like doing covers and stuff in the meantime, and like then like trying to radically get pages done and corrected and out the door. And yeah, it was kind of just like a weird middle of the week, and then I was just like tired. I was just tired, so I finally emotionally recovered from everything. By the way, speaking of roller coasters, so Nightwing 52 is out. I'm excited about it. It's kind of dark and gritty Nightwing before I made the change over to like bright and happy Nightwing. So was I walking a tightrope with deadlines on Nightwing? Yeah, kind of. It's just like I don't know. Like they keep the way that it, like I interact with the editors, and so I don't know like what exactly is going on, but I'm hitting all the deadlines, so it's all good. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the rest of it, but yeah, it was just like it was a tight deadline this month, tighter than the last couple of months, but whatever. We got it done. We got it out the door. That Nightwing 52, by the way, also this week, in addition to like all the other roller coastering in my life of like get this thing out the door, be tired, wait for corrects, like up and down, up and down. I read back to back 2 reviews for Nightwing 52. One of them said the art was terrible and we should make it more realistic. And then the other one said the art was fantastic and they can't wait for more. So, just emotionally struggling over here. Oh, and this got sent to me. This is volume 2 of The Realm. That's going to be out soon. And who's this peeking out behind it? Oh, look at that. Cave Carson has an interstellar eye. Also coming out. I don't know when these are coming out. Probably soonish if they got mailed to me. It means they're probably going to be within the month or so. You want to look for those. Check those out. It's the conclusion to Cave Carson. You don't even want to... God, Doc Nick. Yeah. This is a parody of that ridiculous cowboy stream, and the reason we're doing this is because Matt Wilson broke my brain, and now all I want to do is stream Red Dead Redemption, and it's his fault. We can get into some Photoshop. We can start the stream actually if you guys want to. Hey, Lookouts girl, what's up? So here is where we left the flats. Now, we also had, so there's like a layer that's like correcting this skull piece here. So we're gonna try to fix that, merge that into the regular regular line art, I guess. Oh god, this is gonna be a wreck. Nobody look at this part. Did that work? I don't even know if that worked. Guys, I'm so tired. I think that kind of worked. Kind of. What does this look like? Oh my god. I can't figure this out. Y'all. We're just gonna, oh my god. We're just gonna abandon this. We might fix it later in the stream. We'll fix it later in the stream. I can't wrap my mind around that right now. So, what's up, Fake McCoy, by the way? I see you. We're gonna figure this out. So I tweeted out the flats for this. Yannick was generous enough to give us the line art for this. This is The Unexpected, which was a DC comic book, clearly because there's Hawkman here. It got canceled before it hit issue 9, but he had done the pencils and inks for the cover for issue 9. So this is unreleased, unexpected. The book is called Unexpected. The cover is unreleased. This is number 9. Now, I did tweet this out, and if you guys want to, you can pick it up. This is a challenging colorist jam, so I understand if you don't all chime in and like try to get this thing going, because honestly, there's a lot going on here. Most of the colorist jams have been one figure, and that's it. You know, one figure in a background or something like that. This is 3 figures and multiple planes. I understand this is like a little over your head for the colorist jam. Totally reasonable. But I do encourage you to give it a shot regardless. You don't necessarily always have to put everything you work on online. This is like a big thing that I actually want to preach, is that you don't need to put everything that you do online all the time. Here, I gotta figure out what this dude in the back looks like. Okay. So the dude in the back, so yeah, if you work on something and you're like, well, this didn't really like come out the way I wanted it to, you know, like I'm not exactly proud of it, but I'm glad, like I learned a lot in the creation of it. It's cool. Just like, you know, keep it to yourself, move on, learn the lessons, move on to the next thing. There's nothing wrong with that. So he has kind of like a black fingernails, kind of. One of the things that happened after I tweeted out these flats, by the way, was somebody was like, hey, I fixed these flats for you. Which, wow. You know, I'm trying to look out for you guys. I'm trying to do some nice stuff. Whew. Savage. No, that person was very, very kind. He actually did a couple things that I didn't do in the flats, like on purpose. One of the things that he did in those flats was separate the skulls by a couple more layers of depth. And the reason that I didn't do that in the flats is because, like, I wanted to see who was going to be doing that. I wanted to see who was thinking about that stuff, you know? Give people who are thinking about that stuff like a place to shine. So that way it's not like, oh, I made the decision for you, and then, whoa, what is happening with... You alright? You alright, Photoshop? So many errors. You've been doing a bunch of inking practice that will never go online. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I'm trying to like man, speaking of that, I'm trying to like psych myself up to do some this guy has like, so here we can open this up. This is what this dude looks like. This dude. Can we see the image? We can't see the image. What if we click this button? This is what this dude looks like. Here's a bunch of other comic art apparently. He's got these like kind of like gross little abdomen things going on him. So let's try to figure that out. Cause like Yannick kind of drew him so that he just had abs. Like I don't know if these are like his little gross pieces, and I don't know actually how much this is gonna matter, to be completely honest, because they're not colored that differently. And also it's not like this homeboy over here is like Superman. It's not like people are going to, you know, be like, you didn't accentuate his pustules enough. That's real gross, by the way. Please don't ever tweet that at me. Damn, what you do for those pustule abs? You don't want pustule abs. You want art abs. Abandon regular abs and get art abs is what I'm saying. Yeah, so I'm trying to psych myself up to streaming some drawing, but like so much of my drawing is like still very like experimental and like explorational. Please highlight this man's translucent body parts. That's the bod you get from playing Red Dead all day. Yeah. Yeah, like I'm still, man, I post them in the sketchbook challenge, which is like in the Discord, which you should join the Discord if you want to see that stuff. But oh man, there's like, when I'm like trying to figure out how to draw something, it's like, oh, I'm just gonna draw this crappy like 8 times before I start to even get it right, before I even start to wrap my mind around it. It's gonna be bad, like, you know, just over and over and over and over again until I get there. Whoa, Major Band Geek, you're hitting me up with some specific things going on. So this dude's like cape is like blue. Let's make it blue. His eyes are the same color as these weird things. Yeah, he's got like little vampire teeth. He's good other than that. Let's make these guys whiter. Hawkman. Let's figure out Hawkman. So Hawkman's wings are actually like a grayish, but I don't want to compete with his body there, so we're gonna change it to like a skin tone there, and like put like a gray there, and make this thing like gold and this thing like red. We're shucking and jiving here. Unfortunately, you think that's just how drawing is? Yeah. But I've never done it publicly, and I'm also not super confident. So it's like, I don't know, man. It's just tough. So what's happening right now is like I'm selecting these Hawkman's, I don't know, leather S&M garb here that DC Comics lets you just put in front of children's eyes. And then I'm selecting the skulls over here too. It's because these colors are kind of similar. We have the tolerance set up to 30. What you want to do is click that bad boy down to 5, and no problem. Now we're selecting the armor. Hawkman's BDSM gear. Yep. uh, yeah. So I'm just like, I'm trying to be like, okay, we're gonna stream. It's we're gonna stream some drawing, and it's gonna be rough. And you know, we are gonna stream some drawing eventually. If not sketchbook stuff, we're gonna be doing some Curse of the Iron Chef. I'm actually kind of getting to the point where I'm like chomping at the bit to like get some pages done. I've been like before I've gone to sleep, like I've been in this spot where I can't really sleep, and I'm thinking about pages, and I'm like doing like little layouts on my phone, but so I could just like finally fall unconscious. So I think that like I've definitely hit a point where like I want to put the sketchbook away, not to stop experimenting, but I want to put the sketchbook away just to like make some things that are finished. You know, making finished work is incredibly important. And it's something that I haven't done all year. I mean, well, I've done it with coloring. I'm making finished work every single day with coloring, but with regular art, I've just been like, oh, I'm just gonna doodle. You know, just chain yourself to the drawing board. Yeah, tell me about it. Let me finish this coffee real quick. Put that over there with the pile of skulls. I'm getting texted at. Give me 1 second. Shannon just got a promotion. She's crushing it. I'm just gonna let her know she's crushing it. Finishing pieces takes some serious dedication, discipline. I don't think that I'm gonna have any problem with that. I think that like I don't think that following through is my problem. Um, because I make so many finished products already, like through the days. Um, with coloring, like I'm used to. Now, is this gonna work? Yes, this is. The other person here, Firebrand. We're gonna put Firebrand over here. Yeah, so like I'll happily oh, you do? Yeah. I don't know if you guys know this. Shannon crushing it. Just taking it and crushing it. You probably don't know that because you guys don't hang out with her as much as I do. But yeah, Shannon's just crushing it. Um, but yeah, I think that it's easy for me to sit down and focus on something and get it to a place where it's finished. Like I don't have any of the problems that a lot of I feel like newer artists have. Like I have some of the problems that newer artists have with drawing, meaning like figuring out, you know, how to draw, like those things I'm struggling with. But the stuff that's like, you know, make something that's finished, that's all stuff that like I'm like, oh yeah, I can sit down and like figure it out. Work is too busy to listen and follow along, but you're gonna watch on mute and be amazed. I don't know about be amazed, but look, this is just what I do every day. I'm uncomfortable with that assessment. But yeah, I don't think that making finished work, following through is going to be my problem at all. At all. In fact, I'm looking forward to it. Bought a house to motivate him. John Romita Jr. bought a house to motivate him to finish. That's great. I'm like, man, I'll tell you what, like needing a paycheck, that'll motivate you for sure. All right, we got to figure out what we're doing. So we have 3 to 4 background, middle ground, foregrounds going on here. We have the foreground of Firebrand here, which I guess we can close this. Thank you, Ryan Sook, for the designs and putting them online. We have Hawkman and Skulls, second set of Skulls, and then we got what's this guy's name? Homeboy? No, it's not Home. This guy's name is not actually Homeboy. It's Dax Novu. Okay. This guy. We're gonna call him Homeboy. He's actually in the far back, with like maybe the background behind him. Dexter Speed? No crossovers. And he's kind of in his own thing. So let's first of all, let's duplicate these flats so that is separate, and let's work over this stuff, and let's think about how we're gonna do background to foreground. So we want Dexter Speed here. And he is very close to the background. It's amazing how finishing things leads to finishing things. Yeah, tell me about it. We're gonna do the Skulls and Captain Bird Flu. Captain BDSM Bird Flu. The worst superhero. Or the best. I don't know where your predilections lie. So this is kind of where I want this to end up, and we're gonna select this stuff, do like a 50%. Congrats, Shannon. Yes. She is in fact crushing it. If she had social media, I would encourage you guys to blow it up, but she is not on any social media. Do we not? Is this not? What's going on here? We're not. Okay. There we go. Okay, so like this is kind of this is mentally how I want. We gave you a finder on Google Plus. No. You were sick for 2 weeks and managed to finally finish a lot of pieces you had. That's awesome. I would love to be sick for 2 weeks and get to like just work on stuff. Unfortunately, my job does not work that way, and even when I'm sick, I still have to get crap done. So yeah, this is kind of where I want like foreground, middle ground, background, very background, extreme background. I don't know what that is, but like this is kind of the mentality that I want for this stuff. So we're gonna take the foreground and wash it in a something. What color scheme are we doing? Guys, we got to figure out the color scheme. Nobody told me that we would have to figure out the color scheme. So, because it's superheroes, yeah, she's scorched the earth of her social media. We actually deleted our Facebook just a couple of weeks ago. We deleted our Facebooks. Beige is the scheme. No, because it's superheroes, it's got to be two things: saturated, and it can't lean too hard. It needs to lean more to like the local color than the environmental color. if like we're on a scale, if we're like doing washes, like like this, oh, we're washing it on the wrong layer. Like something like this is like 50% and it looks super moody and we got a lot of like, you know, cool tones in here. But like you're never going to see a comic cover like this on the shelf for like a superhero comic. So we have to keep in mind like the audience that we're trying to hit, but like oh my god, these layers are going to be the death of me. Like this is like 20% and still conveys some of that tone without having to, I don't know, drown it in color. We don't want to drown it in color. We want to be delicate. That's what I'm saying. Also, we want to keep in mind that like the girl in the front glows. So she is going to be if we put dark stuff around her, her glows are gonna look so good. So that's what we want to do. And we'll put like lighter kind of like stuff back here. We're gonna grab Dexter Speed back here, and kind of like fade him. And maybe keep Hawkman kind of the same. He's like washed with blue a little bit, but I actually kind of want to warm him up. At least like his actual body. We could do like a bluish. Huh. Let's think about this for a second. So Bird Flu looks like he needs a jacket. Yeah, you're not wrong. So we got to think about this because we're edging into like just make everything blue, you know, which I don't know if that's necessarily where we want to be. And like we do want to put like color back here. But it's tough because I want to fade. I want that to be like the brightest point, you know. We do want to put color back there, though. I think this is where we want it. Question mark. But I'm gonna warm up Hawkman a little bit. We're having a problem where his wings are kind of like melding into the skulls. So I'm trying to fix that without like overpowering it. I think this is like a good spot to work from. Maybe desat the skulls a little bit. Yeah. I think this is a good spot to work from. I think we're probably going to do like a bright like burst back here. Something like that. And we're going to knock out this guy in the back. Like we're going to push him way back there. So I think that this is starting to look all right. I think we could start to put down shadows now. Hold on. I mean, this looks bananas. This color that we're looking at right now, won't print because we're doing this in RGB. I don't think this. Yeah, we're like well within the this will not print area. It looks great though. It looks very, very bright. CMYK loves these colors. Yeah. I'm trying to best figure out. So like, here's part of the problem. If we make this very, very bright like this, then the skulls start to fall into the background, maybe in a way that we don't necessarily want, but we could kind of roll with. The other thing is that like this grad is just kind of boring. It just doesn't, it's not fun. It's not weird. Like we should make it weird. Like we should get weird. I don't know. I'm looking at a color wheel. Side grad. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the gradient, and I think maybe this is the wrong way to do this. Like, I think I'm obsessive about this color because it's a lot of color on the page, but every color that you use in when you make anything, is going to affect all the other color around it. So maybe the fact that I'm like trying to fix this color back here means that what's happening is that like we should be fixing everything else and then figure out that color back there. I think that's what we need to do, guys. It's been a long week for me. We're gonna let a few things slide, right? The chat is reasonable and not out for blood, right? The problem also with putting a heavy light source behind him is that when we do that, blood. Oh my god. When we put a heavy light source behind him, we're like giving him like a hard backlight. And when we do that, we're going against what Yannick has put down as like the actual light source, which is like this kind of area. Like it's going in this direction. We have like light here and darkness here. It's very clearly lit from our right. You need Derek's Halloween emotes. Yeah, he has the bloodlust. Oh my god. So he's also like very clearly lit, like I think from down here because he's casting the shadow of his head. So let's roll with all that. Let's try to keep all that in mind as we put down shadows here. So right now I'm just kind of like carving out the light sources, the highlights, before I put down a shadow. So like I said at the top of the stream, I'm all set to like put Red Dead Redemption away for a while. I picked up two new capture cards because I'm trying to get my Sega Saturn. Let me adjust the microphone a little bit. Apologize if that is annoying. Trying to get the levels right. So I'm trying to get my Sega Saturn and Sega Genesis to broadcast multiple resolutions. My capture card that I currently have, not happy about that. Like, it basically drops the stream and then picks it back up. And it adds like maybe 4 seconds of blank space, just like a black screen that says no signal. And so I'm trying to figure that out, and I'm like, I'm like kind of getting excited about this. I got some solutions coming in the mail. Like, hopefully it'll look good. And like, I'm excited to play some old Saturn and Genesis games. We got some cool ones lined up. Like, I'm dying to play Splatterhouse. We didn't get to play it for Halloween, and I'm still gonna play it because in this house it's Halloween all the time, round the clock. Thank you for the host, Lookouts Girl. So yeah, I was like stoked for this stuff, and then Matt Wilson starts texting me about like my playthroughs that I've been putting up on YouTube of Red Dead Redemption, and he's like, "Oh, this was really funny. Like, you didn't notice this. This is a thing that's going on. You should try to do this. You're cracking me up. I like this part." And I'm like, I'm chatting with him, and I'm like, "Oh man, now I just want to get back out into the prairie. Like, fuck the Sega Saturn. Like, we're a Red Dead Redemption stream now and forever." I got the prairie. The cowboy lifestyle on the brain. I also, since playing the game, I'm finding my voice for my Arthur, which is a very, very eager cowboy. Those wolves still want their $10. Yeah. Yeah. Arthur, the very eager cowboy. Like, he gets caught up in the moment, he's going after people, and then like murder. Okay, Arthur, we're gonna be careful and go in with stealth. All right, sprints into the room. Like, that's my Arthur. Just very, very eager. And it's making the game very fun to play, to be honest. So I don't know what we're gonna end up doing, but my schedule is now fairly clear. Gabriel Ba is working away on Umbrella Academy number 5 right now. But he's like maybe 3/4 of the way through. No baths, Arthur. Yeah. He's like 3/4 of the way through, right? Number 5 right now. So I'm waiting for him to finish. And then I'm still waiting on some Heartthrob pages from Robert. Nightwing just got done this past middle of the week. So there's no more Nightwing until after Thanksgiving. And the Realm is still on break a little bit. So, like, I basically don't really have anything to do for this week coming up. So we're gonna try to stream as much as we can. Obviously, when Thanksgiving rolls around, I'm not gonna be streaming because I'm gonna be eating. But we're gonna stream up to Thanksgiving. I'm excited about that. I don't know if we're gonna be streaming this weekend because Shannon and I are going to be like basically prepping for Thanksgiving, like figuring out what we need, what we don't need, getting all the dishes lined up, like basically starting to do the staging for Thanksgiving. So, but during the week we'll definitely be streaming. I'm excited about it, by the way. Shannon's a great cook, and we're gonna make some cool stuff. So I'm pumped. I'm pumped to make pies. Pumped for pies. Arthur needs the eager but filthy cowboy. Yeah. Look, they made the game so muddy. That's not my fault. Like, the game is just so muddy. And like, you talk to a guy and you got mud on you. It's just there's no way. We're also going to do some D&D streaming, not the role-playing game, but the beat 'em up. I'm gonna play some Shadows over Mystara with Twitch.tv's The Boyks sometime this week coming up. I think on Tuesday. So look for that. It's gonna be super fun. If you guys haven't played that game, it's really good. So This is a very dramatic reveal of the shadows that we put down. When I was early in my career, I'd put down shadows like this, right? And then I'd be like, well, we're done. But like the reality is that you gotta like put down these shadows and then kind of correct it a little bit, trying to like get it to the place where you want it. Is that the boy from Kansas? It is in fact the boy from Kansas. Only he's not from Kansas, and he's a full-grown man now. He's grown out of his Twitch handle. It is the boy from Kansas, though. So we want to make this guy like fiery and evil because he's in the back being fiery and evil. So we're probably going to use a little bit of red. And I know that his cape is supposed to be blue, but like we're going to basically put enough red in it to turn it gray. You don't have that fade function. J.R. Kaufman, you do have that fade function. You absolutely do, because I've been using Photoshop for like 15 years, and it's always been in there. If you have a copy of Photoshop that is more than 15 years old, you might not have that fade function. It is, here, let me show it to you. So the fade function is incredible, and you can basically fade anything. Let's make a selection. Fill it with this red. I gotta figure out where it is. Fade fill right here. There you go. This PS came on a floppy disk. Not even 3.5 inch. It's the full 5-inch floppy disk. Yeah. And from here you can change like all this kind of stuff. You can change it to overlay, fade it, like change it to screen, change it to multiply. Like you do all kinds of stuff. And it'll work for just about anything. Like you can do we're gonna ripple this the whole thing. Did we do it? I can't tell if did we do it? We didn't do it. Shows you how often I'm using this stuff. But like we just rippled everything. You can fade the ripple. Like you can multiply the ripple. Like you can fade basically any command you give Photoshop. You can fade. You hard coded your version of Photoshop. It's if you do your fill, it's right under edit. Edit fade fill. Shift Control F. I don't know what it is on the Mac. Shift Option F maybe. But yeah, just think about it like F for fade. And you should be good. Should be good to go. Make his weird pustules. These things are going to like light up, I think. I'm not sure exactly how these guys are going to go. Let's select all of him in the back. And kind of we're just going to warm him up a little bit. Okay. All right. Now let's figure out what we're doing with Hawkman. Maybe the skull's back here. We can kind of yellow it a little bit. Let's do Hawkman's shadows. So let's figure out what we got going on here. It looks like Yannick left it pretty open to interpretation. Not like the hard black shadow. So when I look at art and I'm trying to figure out where the shadows go, this guy has like a hard black shadow here. There's like shadows clearly on this side versus this side. Hawkman doesn't really have any of that stuff. He's got like a little bit of shadows on his pants, but that could be the type of like fabric that he's wearing. He's got like some kind of hard shadows, so it looks like it's kind of up, but also could be below. Like it looks like there's no real indication as to like how Hawkman should look. So we're gonna we're just gonna throw down some shadows on them. Try to make it as interesting as possible. You're not crazy, it's not there? Wait. Fade has to be there. It has to be. It's right there. In between step backward and copy. That's madness if you don't have that. This is the newest version. I don't know what version you're running. But every single version I've ever had has had that. Okay, I don't know what that was. You just put what? Yeah. Wow, that was a mess. Yeah, you just put like a bunch of letters in the chat. I don't know what any of that was. It's there. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I was going to say, I don't know when it was introduced to Photoshop, but you probably have it. So we have like a shadow here from the pants. So we're going to try to extend that shadow to the leg. Kind of roll with what is down here already. We're of course doing the thing where we subtract, and like we're going like the guy in the back, not done. This guy, like we're basically doing one cut on this stuff. And then from there, we're going to get into like finalizing like digital painting and stuff. We're going to get into like the nitty gritty of like figuring out, you know, putting down gradients of color, and that sort of thing. Shannon is on her way home. So yeah, we're gonna figure it out like once we kind of get going. My phone is like blowing up. Hold on. Oh, it's everyone congratulating Shannon. You guys all have her number, right? You're all texting her. That's what's happening. So yeah, we're going to just kind of like when you make anything, you want to work any kind of like artistic process. You want to work general to specific. So that's what we're doing. Like we've kind of figured out the color schemes a little bit, kind of left it a little open to interpretation later. Now we're putting down just some quick cuts, quick grade, and then like, you know, from there we'll get more specific. We'll start doing gradients of color, get like tight on this the mask and stuff. But for right now, I'm not really even sweating it. I'm just like, let's just start putting down color and putting down shadows, and then we can figure it out from there. Yeah. So I started watching, I've been watching Drex play some Fallout 74, by the way. Is it 74? I think it's 74. The new Fallout game, whatever it is. It looks like aggressively not my game. We played a little bit of Fallout 4 on stream. 76. That's right. 74 sounded weird. Yes, you're right, Major Bang Geek. Yeah, it like I watched the first 2 hours, and granted, you're still kind of in the tutorial. It looks like butt. Oh my god. Fallout 69. Oh my god. The sexiest of all the Fallouts. Also the funniest of all the Fallouts. Congratulations, we got there. Fallout 420. Fallout Butt City. Oh god. Guys, this is a mature stream for mature colorists. Alright? But yeah, it just doesn't, I was watching him play, and we played some of 4 on stream, and as soon as 4 turned into like just like an FPS game with like a crap ton of crafting, just for mature butts, no, just like how Fallout 4 like turned into like, hey, pick up everything that's not nailed down and like turn it into crafting materials. I was like, this isn't what I want to do. And then it was like, hey, it's a shooter game now. Do you have enough ammo? Oh, you don't? For like these 100 guys that we're going to throw at you? Oh, that's tough. And I was like, I don't think I'm having fun anymore. Fallout. We played like what? Like 4 hours of it, and I was like, I'm done. I am out. I'm learning so I don't have to follow your mature rules. You got a mature content warning when you came to the page today? Oh, well, I guess it's fitting then. So yeah, like I've been watching Drex play, and he's got a very cute bird, by the way. And it was just like, he goes to a location, he loots it of everything that's not nailed down. He goes to another location, he activates the thing, he loots everything that's not nailed down. Like, it seemed so boring. And then it's like, purify the water. And I guess that's like, you know, this is a mechanic of the game, is like survival, and you got to know how to purify the water. And he was still kind of in the tutorial. I'm going to watch more of it in the next day or two, just to see if it's like truly a game that like I've come to the right conclusion on, because we learned from Red Dead Redemption, they said players are acting like NPCs to make it more fun. That's real weird. That's what does that even mean? May revise a couple of those portfolio pages before I get to it. Excellent. Hopefully for the better. I'm into it. We'll be doing their portfolio review next week. In case you guys don't know, J.R. Kaufman, friend of the stream, is getting a portfolio review. If you would like a portfolio review, you can get one just by subscribing. And then just hop on into the Twitch channel and drop the portfolio. What are you considering revising, just out of curiosity? We can talk more about art instead of me just rambling about video games I don't like. I don't know if that's good content, but it's all I have to offer right now. Just out of curiosity, what are you thinking about revising? Because I didn't see anything in there that was like, you know, like, ooh, the quality on this one dipped. Like it all kind of looked it all looked consistent, but just some color choices. Cool. I look forward to seeing it. And that stream's gonna be a later one, because I know Kaufman is you are currently at work right now. Nobody tell anybody. J.R. Kaufman's boss. He's a good worker, and you don't have to worry about him. Is everybody in the stream at work? No boss is allowed. Okay, no boss is allowed in stream. Oh God. All right, let's put a shadow on Hawkeye here. You actually got to run. Catch you later. All right, man. This didn't go the way I wanted it to. That was like completely inversed from what I actually wanted. We're just gonna. I knew that I had a feeling when I was working on that thing that I was like, this isn't the right. I'm doing it wrong. All right. Let's paint it in correctly. It doesn't, like I said, we're going to be going through and kind of like fixing this stuff. So it doesn't have to be totally perfect. It just has to be done right now so that we can make changes. Even though now I am noodling on this thing, it's just too irresistible to this kind of stuff, these like ribbed notches on superhero costumes. It's like too tempting. Like all I want to do is noodle on that stuff because you can make it look really good. So Hawkman's got like gold costume, so we're gonna try to warm up the shadow a little bit, not that much. Yeah, there we go. It's color's crack. Yeah, it is. It really is. You put like we're gonna like doing these ribs and stuff. They're gonna be really good. You put that stuff in front of me and it's like, oh, we're just going to noodle on this, like, and it's going to look awesome. And then the rest of the piece is not going to have any amount of detail close to what we're going to throw down for that. Kind of like dulled out Hawkman's skin a little bit and like tweak the helmet a little bit. Yeah, he's fine for now. We're going to tweak him, though, because he's looking a little boring. So, all right. I want a very, like, doom and gloom kind of vibe. So, maybe we'll take... Maybe we need to mess with these skulls a little bit. Now they're green. Awesome. I don't think, like, I'm struggling with figuring out what the color scheme is here. Now it's just purple. Oh God. We're getting it in the right direction. Dexter looks like he could use a spa day, for sure, for sure. You're gonna have to start ribbing all your characters. Give Joel something to work with. Yeah. By the way, if you guys are in the stream, Macomiker just launched what was it? Rovers. That's what it's called. On Kickstarter. His comic that he's been working on. He's been working on it on stream. You can click over to his stream as well. You should look for it up on Kickstarter. Check it out. See if it's in your wheelhouse. You can throw up a link. I might have links blocked. Speaking as a non-colorist, this is a tough cover. Yeah, this is a tough cover. Yeah, we're struggling a little bit. Like I said, this is the colorist jam, but I encourage you to try it. You don't have to post your results if you're not happy with them, because like this is a tough cover. We're getting there though. We're getting there. Please no throwing up. Macomiker, if you whisper it to me, I don't, will this program even do whispers? Shit. I don't know. You might be screwed. You might just write what you search for. What's the Kickstarter called? And drop it in there. If he doesn't have links blocked, you're going to spam the hell out of this place. Oh no. We're figuring this out. So like, okay, let's stop for a second. You're gonna spam it with your Fallout 69 fanfic? Rover's Happenstance, that's what you need to search for. Ron is correct. This is a tough one. So we do want to like break this kind of stuff down. We are going to push him into the background. Maybe if we push him into the background, Dax back here, maybe once he is kind of like pushed into the background, it'll start to come together a little bit better. We can kind of just do like a quick and dirty as proof of concept. Like it starts to get interesting, but like here's the problem. The problem that we're having right now is that like we the cover is all technically correct. But it's not interesting. It doesn't make you want to engage with it. So we got to get it to that point, and I think we will. Let's just power ahead. Good lord. Let's work on Firebrand. What's her name again? Yeah, Firebrand. Got it. I knew it the whole time. Chat. You never had to correct me. And you never will. This is my house. Yeah, so we're gonna basically there's two compelling focal points. You have to decide which is important. Yeah, I know. Chandra Firebrand? No, not this time. Yeah, there's like there's like her down here as like a focal point with like buried in skulls. There's like, and then there's the focal point of him, Dax in the background. And then like Hawkman's kind of just thrown in the middle of that. I think what we're going to try to do is kind of throw to the shadow like that to try to focus on here. Like try to make this the focal point and make Hawkman kind of like where we want the viewer's eyes, like finger pointing down here, kind of like in this space, because this is where most of the stuff that's going on is going on. And then we're gonna like noodle on these skulls and kind of paint like a secondary light source on them. So yeah, we're gonna figure it out. Ron, you gotta give me some line art for to color on stream sometime, by the way. You guys are being nerds. Everyone stay cool. But yeah, you gotta give us some line art. I'm always looking for stuff. Feel free to DM me if you want to. All right. Don't embarrass Nick from his friend. Oh god. This stream is just this whole, and by this stream I don't mean, you know, like this broadcast, but the whole stream is just me being embarrassed in front of my friends. That should have been, instead of twitch.tv/nickville, it should have been twitch.tv/embarrassed in front of my friends. I was actually thinking about that when I was I almost pulled the trigger on a cowboy hat for Red Dead Redemption streams today. Like I had it in the cart and I was like, I just can't go there. I have to have like some modicum of like, I don't know, decency. We went too deep on this shadow. Dude, you did DJ Nick? Yeah, you're not wrong. Yo, but that guy's cool as fuck. I am embarrassed about that. I'll never be embarrassed about that. Alright, I don't think we're gonna... Well, we can... Just like a little bit down there. The rest of this stuff, I feel like, is going to be in like a secondary light source kind of thing that's going to be very subdued. Nothing can outdo that. It's weird that like wearing a tracksuit and aviators on stream, being DJ Nick, your DJ Nick Phil, your DJ's favorite DJ, like I don't feel any embarrassment about that, like zero. But like putting on a cowboy hat, I'm just like, I'm a fraud. I'm an emotional fraud, and you guys can all see it. All right, so the problem is this shit all glows. We're gonna have to like subdue the glow a little bit somehow. We'll figure that out when we get to it. Let's color these skulls a little bit, I guess. We're gonna keep, so we have like kind of the light source shining on him. It's like from this angle. We're gonna try to keep the light source here ish. Like comics are kind of wild because like you can kind of just do whatever, really. Like a lot of like a good strong light source is always going to look better than like light sources that are like all over the place. But it doesn't necessarily, like, comics don't necessarily like need it. Like I would rather have this is the point that I'm trying to make, is that I would rather have an interest, like color make an interesting composition than have a correct light source. Like there's kind of like a triage of like what's important, and like at the end of the day the most important thing is the image that you make. Like is it fun and engaging? Like that's what you want. You want to put like very much put like butts in the seats as far as like what the art does. You want it to like excite and you know. So there's very much like no rules to this kind of stuff. And the second you start to be like, oh well, I have to make it look like this because the light source is over here, so now I have to be doing this. Like as long as it looks right, as long as it is engaging, you're all set. So we are going to put the light source here, but like we're going to be fast and loose with it kind of thing. I don't know. We'll figure it out is what I'm saying. Or just put butts on it. That'll make it exciting. Hey, it worked for Zenescope. I mean, as much as that does work for Zenescope. I say that as a person who has worked on a Zenescope book. Yes, this is like super mundane, but I'm just kind of putting in these shadows on the skull. Like I don't even know if we're going to render the skulls that are in the background because we might not need to. We might end up like punching them out, colorizing the line art with them. So we might not have to like really get in there and like do detailed work on them. This is also kind of the reason why I didn't want to, it's a lot of skulls. Yes. This is also kind of the reason why I didn't want to separate the skulls into multiple tiers, is because like the way that I color, I'd rather just grab them all and be like, okay, we're doing all of the shadows. We're doing all of the highlights on them. And then like from here be like, okay, now where's the depth? And figuring it out. This is a lot of skulls though. Yannick like drew the hell out of this thing, by the way. This is a great cover, as well as challenging. Looks like we missed some skulls. This might be a multi-stream. We might not bang this out in one, is what I'm saying. This might be a multi-stream project, just because there's like an intense level of detail. But yeah, Fallout 76, man, kind of like, if this is the direction that the Fallout games are going, I think I'm out. You know, we tried Fallout 4. I got it when it went on sale because I heard like so many like kind of bad things about it. And then sure enough, it was like all the bad things I heard about it were like kind of right, and there wasn't much for me in game, for me particularly. If you like that game, more power to you. It just like wasn't what I was looking for in my like, I like the Fallout world. I like the kind of style of it, but man, like, I feel like that game, you're just in a menu the whole time. Like, when I was watching Drex play, he was basically navigating menus most of the time he was playing. He was it felt like there was like a survival game that came out for the Switch that I picked up, that Chuck Reagan did the music from Hot Water Music. Shit, I forgot the title of it, but it's basically the same thing. Like, it's a very simple game. It's a DLC game, or not a DLC game. It's like a downloadable game, not a full release like Fallout 76, but it had the same kind of like symptom, the same thing wrong with it, that like you're just kind of in a menu the whole time. Like, you're crafting stuff, and then you have your raft that you craft. Fuck, I wish I remembered the name of the game. But yeah, you're just kind of like, I don't know. Like, I played it for a couple of hours, and then I was like, oh, you're just in a menu the whole time. And when I was watching Drex play, yeah, you're thinking the game is going to bomb, might force them back into the Fallout rules. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. People are playing it, you know? So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Yeah. All right, back. Fallout 3 New Vegas were ahead of your time, so you started with Fallout 4, and it was kind of odd to me since it was such a middling game. Anybody want to hear? No, Hulk Hogan, I'm already back. Everyone seems to hold out Fallout as this treasured game series. See, that's the thing, though. It is a treasured game series. Like, the Fallout 1 and 2 were so ahead of its time. Abort. Here it is, there an audiobook? Oh god, the worst audiobook. Yeah, Fallout 1 and 2 were so ahead of their time. They're so interesting to play. They're fantastic games. But yeah, I love Fallout. Like, 1 and 2 are great. I haven't played 1 and 2 all the way through, but like, I started with Fallout 3, and it was fantastic. Hooked me into the series hard. New Vegas was just as good. All the DLC is incredible. We've changed the light source, and I'm talking to you guys, and I have not mentally changed the light source. I'm still like going this way. We should be going this way. The light source is here. Yeah, I just, it was so good. It made me want to get a Fallout tattoo. Like I never actually did, but I was thinking about getting a Brotherhood of Steel tattoo on my arm, just because I was like, this game is so like it captured me so hard. Um, and then Fallout 4 came out, and it was like, hey, all this like, so in those games, like you can pick up anything in the world, which is like really different at the time. You normally can't do that in games, or at the time at least. And in Fallout 4, they're like, hey, you can now scrap everything in the world that you can pick up, and you can use it to like build other stuff. And then, but that kind of like made the game turn into like you're just navigating menus like the whole time. And then you're like building these like constructible like settlements, and like there's been a push lately since like Minecraft to make like constructible things, customize your environments kind of thing. Um, and like those games are fine, but like I don't know, maybe I'm just getting older, but like I feel like the kids who grew up on Minecraft are going to love Fallout 76. But I'm not that kid. So, yeah, I don't know. The kids who are playing Fortnite expect like some level of customizable craft in their games. Like they expect that kind of gameplay. And I've never gravitated to that kind of gameplay. This one just looks like a grind with no personality. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe that I was getting. It was like, find this corpse and play a holotape. And then like find the next corpse and play a holotape. It was just seemed just like, and then as always, here's like, you know, a bunch of menus for you to sort through. Like at one point I was watching Drex in the beginning, and he's like, he killed a guy that had like a lot of gear on him, and then he was over encumbered, and then he was like, I just have to like drag myself to a tool bench, navigate the menus, scrap all the scrap, and then like craft some stuff. And it was just like, oh my God, I just want to get into an actual game. Like, I don't care about any of this. If you wanted to build shit, you play The Sims. Exactly. It's like, I just like all the stuff that I loved that was in Fallout 4 and Fallout New Vegas was like the weird creatures, the other vaults that you discover, like the interactions with the people around you, like all that stuff seems really interesting. And not any of the menu or any of the crafting. Like, I just don't give a shit. Like, I don't know if it's like I don't have the patience for it or what, but it's just like, fuck me. I just like don't care to craft stuff all day. And like the other thing is like, you know, to play a game like that, like we're playing Red Dead Redemption on the stream. If I'm not playing the game on stream, like I'm not going to sit down and play this game otherwise in my life. Like it's just, I'm not in that like headspace. If I'm going to sit down and like not stream a game, it's either going to be like late at night while I'm in bed. I'm playing Golden Sun right now on my Game Boy Micro, and it's okay. Or I'm going to like sit down and draw if it's like the middle of the day or something. You know, like I just have like other stuff I want to do. I don't know. So it's like, and I don't want to stream it because it's just nonstop menus. Like it's just not interesting to watch. I don't know. I'm trying to like stick with Drex's stream. He streamed for like 10 hours the other day of it. And so I watched the first couple of hours the other night, and I'm going to watch some more of it just to like, just because I'm curious and I care about Fallout, but like, man, it's really just not Fallout anymore. It really isn't. And I wonder if Bethesda is doing this because they're trying to make Fallout into something that's very, very different from Skyrim and the Elder Scrolls games. because for a while they were extremely similar, except for the world. The mechanics were roughly the same, you know? Skyrim was Fallout without guns and had magic, and Fallout was Skyrim with guns and no magic. And it was, it's, you know, that's how people described it like 10 years ago, 5 years ago. And I wonder if Bethesda took that to heart and they were like, oh, well, we should push Fallout in a different direction. And I just don't like the direction they pushed it. I don't know. It's a weird thing, but, you know, maybe it's just not my game. If you're enjoying it, props to you. There's a lot of games that are very popular that I don't like, but it just sucks because, like, I got hooked hard with Fallout 4, or Fallout 3. And now I'm punted right out of the series. I don't know. The thing is like, if I wanted to build shit, I'd be drawing, if that makes any sense. Like, if I wanted to, like, build an interesting house or whatever, if I have an idea for that, like, of a weird house with turrets on it, like, I'm just gonna draw it, because that I find far more rewarding than playing Fallout. You love Fallout from the get-go, and the major draw for you is the story? Yeah, exactly. Like, the both New Vegas and Fallout 4 had such great stories that, like, propel you forward. And, like, when I was watching Drex play 76, it was like, you wake up and then the vault is like, hey, get the hell out of the vault. And then it's like, go to these waypoints. And then the waypoints were just like, go to the next waypoint. Like, there's no reason to be in the world other than to be like, hey, leave the vault and be in the world. I don't want to grind to make sure my food doesn't rot. Yeah, like, that's the other thing is, like, fuck, man, like, there's this thing that games come up against, which is that, like, comics do too. We were actually just talking about this with Light Sources. Like, realism versus fun. Like, you know, do I want to put, like, a realistic lighting source down? Sure. Am I going to sacrifice fun to put a realistic lighting source down? Fuck no. Like, I feel like Fallout is the same way with, like, the food rotting system. It's like, oh, you got this food, but you didn't eat it in time, and now it's rotten, and now you have to find other food, because that's a mechanic in this game. You're hungry all the time. And it's like, dude, I don't want this. Like, I don't want to think about that. That's why you're excited for Fallout Miami. What is Fallout Miami? Yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, man. It's just not my game. Like, people are like, well, it's realistic and it's immersive. Like, you got to eat because you're hungry. And I'm like, man, I just want to, like, I also, though, to be fair, like, I'm complaining about Fallout a lot right now, but, like, I also lean into, like, very arcadey kind of titles. Like, I really enjoy Burnout Paradise. That's, like, the only racer I've played in the last, like, couple of years, maybe 10 years. DLC mod that takes you to Miami. Oh, that sounds awesome. Miami has a very distinct tone to it. I hope that they nailed that. Enclave is back. New monsters. Oh, that's sweet. But yeah, like, I like kind of like arcadey, like, skip the bullshit, get to the fun stuff. And, like, simulators are not that. And I don't know, like, there's clearly a market for them. Like, people like them, but, like, I don't know if it's my jam. Just not for me. That's all right. New Pokemon games are coming out. Those are also not for me, but people like them. You guys checking those out? I'm just like, I missed the Pokemon cutoff. I'm just like a little too old for it. Never got into it. Um, the Detective Pikachu movie looks dope as hell though. From someone who doesn't play Pokemon, I'm like, I'm in on that Detective Pikachu. It's fucking weird as hell. Feral girl ghouls in Hawaiian shirts, nice. Yeah, whole new story. I'm into that. I gotta check out that Fallout Miami. Um, so we are almost done with shading these skulls. This took forever. Maybe this is not a good colorist jam because it takes forever. Okay, we've shaded the skulls. You're excited for all the Pokemon stuff? Awesome. It looks good for a Pokemon game. I mean, I don't know. I'm not an expert by any means. Like I said, they're not my jam, but yeah, looks good. We're figuring out these skulls. These darn skulls. This is way too red. Shit. This is going bad. Guys, it's about documenting the struggle is what it is. We're getting neon. Oh my god, what is happening? We need to back up. We need to back up. No, there's no links in the chat. But I'm sure people can find it. I'm gonna dig it up later. You want a more adventure that's more serious, but this looks like a fun, easy time. Yeah. The one thing that I do like about Pokemon games is they seem super chill. Like you just kind of play it and chill out. Boyk's playing a Castlevania game that's kind of like that right now on stream. One of the PS2 Castlevanias. Shit, man, we're all over the place with these skulls. I mean, we can keep it here for now. So, do we select her as well? We do. I kind of want to put these selections into like their own thing because I think we're going to be messing with them a lot. Beep beep. Hey, Harley Quinn. Oh yeah, you can sit back, appreciate the cute animals. The recent Pokemon games have been great. Yeah. It seems like I respect a very chill game. I played through not Fallout, Far Cry. Far Cry 3 basically that way. Like Far Cry 3 never challenges you basically. It's just like a dumb shooter game that is like just kind of fun and because of that it basically hold on, I'm thinking thinking about stuff. Because of that, I was just like, oh, we'll just sit down and just like chill and like blow up these camps like we've been doing this whole time. It's like, it's repetitive, but it's not boring. I don't know. I'm sure other people would agree or disagree with that. Oh gosh, we're getting into real various shades of gray here. I don't know if that, yeah, it will pick that up. All right, good. Let's grab Homeboy in the back. All right, this is probably what we should have done to begin with. We're gonna try to leave this with a decent color scheme. Have I ever played Red Dead? You joshing me? I'm playing it right now on stream. Red Dead Redemption 2. I've played a little bit of the PS2 one, and then I played through Red Dead Redemption. That was the first PS2 one was Red Dead something, and I played through Red Dead Redemption, loved it, and then happily. You're new to the gaming game? Nice. Yeah, both Red Deads are great. The Undead Nightmare for the first Red Dead Redemption is so good. If you like weird stuff, that is up your alley. So we're going to unify all of the light by washing it with a color. We're going to get all these skulls. We're going to wash the back. Okay. So basically, I've selected anywhere that we're doing like a light source, like a highlight, a high highlight. I've selected the same thing. So we're going to wash it with like, I don't know, red. Red's bad. Red does not look good. We're going to try blue. We are on the wrong layer. Blue looks okay. We're gonna select inverse and kind of push this a little more red, maybe a little more magenta. So this is starting to look interesting. It's starting to look like engaging. Oh, now we're on to something. And I know that we said in the beginning of the stream we're not going to go too intense into kind of very moody stuff, but I think we might be forced there by the layout. But we can actually, from here, we can kind of like edge it back to normal a little bit. Like we can get her like looking normal. She actually lights up, so she's going to be yellow. You know, Hawkman's skin looks a little weird, so we can get this looking a little more right. Like that looks a little more right. The same with the boots and his mask. And then we can actually, in the back, we can make this. Oh, now we're on to something. It was a struggle, but now we're on to something. We can actually make him in the back not blue, but like a red, and like pull the focus. We're gonna make this guy a little bit blue. You're new to the gaming. So, if you're new to the gaming game, what are you playing right now? What are you into? I've been collecting games for a long time, but only started to really collect them in like when I was like 25. So really only for the last like 10 or 12 years. And I have a lot of opinions when it comes to games and collecting in general, because of that. My base opinion as far as like game collecting or any collecting really is just get what you like. Like if you're into it, you should get it. What if we want white in the back? Okay, don't laugh, Crash Bandicoot. Crash is a great game. It's classic. Like, come on. I ain't gonna laugh at that. It's respectable. Respectable for sure. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. I don't know if where we're going is the right place, but we're getting somewhere. You looking to get a new PS4 so you're getting into the high def stuff? Yeah, hell yeah. I really enjoy my PS4. There's a lot of stuff that is on the PS4 that is DLC for older games too, if you're like just getting into gaming. And a lot of that stuff like holds up. Like for example, a new release of Castlevania Symphony of the Night came out that is like dope as hell. I don't know how the remaster stacks up against the original, or the like specifics of it, if it's missing anything or if it's not ported well or whatever. But like, yeah, man, Castlevania Symphony of the Night is one of the best games ever. It's so fun. And the PS4's got it in that high def flavor. So we are going to try to punch out this background. Yeah, it's like a side scroller game where you like kind of like collect a bunch of items and then fight bosses. You get more powerful, you level up, that kind of stuff. It's super fun. Exploration, kind of done right. Lately, those like Metroidvania style games, I've been kind of down on, only because like I don't have as much time to put into them, and I want to like 100% those kinds of games. But yeah, the Castlevania ones are so good. I think I'm also like just a like total sucker for the Castlevania motif as I work on skulls right now. It's just so good. It's just like goth horror fun. Like I said, it's Halloween here pretty much around the clock. All right, I think we're getting to a place where we're starting to get good. I'm starting to get excited about this. I was not excited about this piece for a long time. For quite literally like the last hour, I was like, we are in a bad way. We got to get that skull out of there. But we can do that in a second. All right, we got to figure out how we're gonna punch him back a little. There we go. And we're gonna like flare up this stuff in the back too. So one of the things that this red that we just put down, as you can see, it's very magenta, very yellow. It's got a little bit of K in it. Do I ever play VR games? No. VR makes me puke. VR makes me puke. It's no good. So this is actually like a pretty dark color. So if we flare, if we do some like special effects stuff like that, but not as intense like that, we can make this guy look really interesting in the back. Like he's got a weird backlight to him. So we're gonna be doing that, and it'll also push him further back into the distance, which is what we want to do. The other thing that we want to do with him, maybe even take like a red, just drag it through like that. Kind of make him make this like redder and this blacker. We could even just like make the hand pop forward by making it solid black line art like that, you know. Really like mess with the depth, which we're probably gonna do. Yeah, I put like when I put the VR headset on, it's almost like at this point a straight up like gut reaction. Like I put the headset on, haven't even started playing, and break out in a cold sweat. That said, some of the VR stuff on the PlayStation, where's my pen? There it is. Some of the VR stuff on the PlayStation actually looks really good, and a very like, I don't know, like not too intense on the VR side, because some VR games are very intense, like with a lot of motion, and some games are not so much. We're noodling now. We're kind of figuring out this guy in the background, so some of those games do actually look kind of interesting. I think I might try to Black Friday a PlayStation VR. I was doing the VR that I was doing before, and like play some VR games on stream. The VR that I was doing before this was the Samsung VR headset, which I'm like, maybe the equipment that PlayStation has built into the PlayStation VR might be like better enough. The screen might be better enough that I might not get as nauseous as I did before. We'll see. I don't know. That's if I can even snag a copy of it like for Black Friday. The thing is like, if I don't know if I'm going to be, you've been trying to play The Inpatient on VR, but it's very scary. Yeah. Yeah. There's that too. I do want to like, man, there's like really good VR games out there. I do want to try them, but yeah, fuck man, I get so sick. Sorry, I was focused on this thing. Man, this guy is so gross in the back here. He's so gross. So this is where ribbed things are super fun to color, because they pick up like a light source very easily, like this, and they kind of have like a solid peak. You create a lot of depth with them. It's really neat. They're always fun to color. I colored some water today. Not fun to color. I can't imagine water's super fun to draw either, because get some like Dramamine maybe. Yeah. I'm gonna like be like, all right, chat, we're doing VR today. Let's all take the Dramamine first, and then put the headset on. I can imagine that water is not super fun to draw either, because a lot of times when I get like, you know, Nightwing like being flung out off a cliff and there's water below, artists will just be like, oh, line to like show where the water level is, and then that's it. Um, so I can imagine that's not calling anybody out because man, I don't want to paint that water in either. I'm right in there with you. Solidarity. You played Rush of Blood, which you thought would make you sick because you're on a roller coaster, but it's so scary it made you forget about being sick. Yeah, see, now that's the kind of game I gotta get into, where the fear takes over the sickness. Push the sickness down because I have to escape this situation. Like that's what I need to trick my mind into. Be so afraid that we're gonna die that I'm no longer sick. That's ridiculous. All right, let's make him grosser. He's very polished right now, which is not very gross. So let's take this multiply here, and kind of make these things look like open sores a little bit. Yeah. Make them like look like they're irritating the skin. Make them look a little sick. Now we're shucking and jiving. Starting to anyway. Finally. We are painting in those details. Thanks, Harley Quinn. Oop, we are off the rails a little bit. Hold on, let's back up. Yeah, I don't know if this was a good suggestion for a colors jam because now that I'm into it, now that I'm into the weeds of it, like there is so much going on this cover that anybody who is not an experienced colorist might have a lot of problems with this. Try playing Until Dawn. Man, Travis, you're too spooky. Spooks in the chat. I wanted to play spooky games for October, and then I didn't play any. Like I played the Castlevania instead, which I guess is kind of a spooky game, kind of, but not really. So we gotta make these things gross by putting in these like highlights and stuff in, and then kind of shaping them from here into like more specifically what we are looking for. Because you want to make it look like they have like reflected light all in them. And we can add some hard highlights in. Like stuff like this. It gives it kind of like a slick look to it. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Killer on the Loose. Oh my god. Chat is too spooky for me right now. Yeah, we're just getting into the finer details now. Um, not much to say. We're just kind of rendering. I guess I don't have to go too crazy on this guy because we're going to be like throwing in. We're going to be throwing in like gradients of color in there. That's going to cover up all this rendering. So I guess I don't have to be too delicate with it, but I am being delicate with it. So this is something that always happens, or not always happens, but is like a common thing within comic book illustration, and that's you kind of have like shadows in the middle of the arm, but not on either side. When that happens, you want like a hard highlight on one side and then like rendering on the other. Um, that way, it's going to look pretty good. That's like kind of what the artist is trying to signify in there. So if you are working on a book and you see that, that's what's going on. And it's like it's easy to make that stuff look really good. So you don't want to like blow your opportunity to make some good comics. You got Nightwing 53 comps today? Oh, thanks, man. Was that was like all the Nightwings ganging up on Rick Grayson, right? Um, that cover actually, I did it very dark and gritty, thinking like that was the motif for Rick Grayson, and then was talking with editorial, and they were like, "Hey, maybe we should try not dark and gritty," and yeah, and then so the actual print cover that is in your hands is different than the actual cover that went into solicitations. I gotta post up. Maybe I'll do that today. I'm gonna post up like on my Instagram a before and after. So there's like a greenish one that went to previews, and then the reddish one that went to print. I actually ended up, because we made so many like crazy changes, I ended up colorizing a lot of the line art, which meant that I was making choices for some of the line art, which was actually very nerve-wracking, but I think it came out pretty good. I hope that Chris was happy with it. I think he was. He didn't say he wasn't, so. This guy is real weird. Always looks good to show the process changes along the way. Yeah. I agree. I know people really like that stuff too, so I try to show that when I can. Also, I don't know if this is the thing. Okay, so I think that on Instagram, if you have a post with like 2 images in it, and I see a lot of other artists doing this, where if they have 2 images, it'll pop up in the feed multiple times, which it like might get more eyeballs on it. Like I find that when I have a post with 2 things in there, I actually get more likes, which is weird. So I think it's just popping in the feed multiple times for people, so it gives them like a second chance to like it. There's a little Instagram tip for you guys. I don't know if that's like, I still have to do some more testing. I don't know if that's like real or imagined tip, but it feels real, and that's what counts, right? When things feel real. I don't I don't know. What is this stream? But yeah, I don't know if I posted anything on Instagram today. I might post that stuff. Next time it'll pop up, it'll be the second image. Yeah, I wonder if it's like a legit tactic to do that stuff. I'm not sure. We're heading to 2 hours now, and we still have a lot of cover to color, but I feel like we're making some pretty good progress. I think I might call it for today, only because Shannon is home. You don't like the new algorithm? No one likes the new algorithm. This is why you hate social media. You can't just do shit and post it. You gotta find ways to game the algorithm. Yeah, exactly. It is exhausting, but like, it is also what it is. Like, 2 hours. Yeah. I mean, we did a lot for 2 hours, right? I don't know if that wow is 2 hours. We didn't do enough, or 2 hours. Wow, we did all this. But yeah, Shannon's home. I kind of want to hang out with her. And I think that we need. Here's something that I talk about a lot. Having fresh eyes on something is. There's just so much to do. Yeah, I know. You'd still be flatting. Yeah, there is still so much to do on this cover. I think that having fresh eyes on this is also going to help me out a lot. There's some things that like I'm still kind of medium on that I'm kind of thinking about changing, but I don't know what to change them to yet. And I feel like I'm ebbed into the period where I'm losing my objectivity. Like, I'm too tired to make clear choices. So we might call it for today. Hopefully we will finish it next time. I'm definitely going to be streaming this on Monday because I actually don't think I have anything that's like super pressing to do, unless like, I don't know, I get pages in like in the next like 4 hours. But I don't think it's going to happen. Knock on wood. So yeah, we'll be working on this again on Monday. If you guys are interested in working on this yourself, there will be a link to the Dropbox in the YouTube video, and you guys can pop in on Twitter and search for #ColorsJam. Flats are up there. They're on my Twitter account page. If you dig down, you'll find them. Thanks, Ron. I'm digging it so far. It took a while mentally to get to a place where I wanted to get to. Like, one of the things that I think is going to be really fun is this space right here. Like, this is weird. So like, this is crap that like your average reader doesn't give a shit about, but like, I think it's going to be really fun. And how do we get this like jawbone to pop aggressively forward from the guy all the way in the background? That stuff's going to be really, really fun. Where's the link to my Discord? Right down below. And it's in there too. It's in the flatted pages for practice. The link for the Discord's right down below where it says Discord. Just click it. And you can pop in. In the flatted pages for practice, there's a bunch of other flatted pages for practice. If you guys are looking for practice, you can hop in there. We're also going to be doing a portfolio review for J.R. Kaufman. Like I said before in the stream, we're going to be doing that for him sometime next week. We're going to also try to play a game this weekend, ? We're going to try to. We might not. It depends on like how much actual Thanksgiving planning I'm going to need to be doing this weekend. We'll see what happens. You're half the name of the... Yeah. Hey, yeah. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. I hope you're out there experimenting with color, maybe trying some color on this very difficult, deceptively difficult piece. If not, I hope you're out there still making comics and that you keep making comics. I'll see you this weekend. If not, I'll see you early next week. Later, guys.